what's up, you guys? Marty Schwartz here, and I'm going to be teaching you your next blues lesson. So hopefully you saw the video before this, which was the basic chord structure of the 12-bar blues. Now we're going to get into the nitty-gritty, and we're going to play a little bit of the little groove, you know, little riff, boogie thing. I don't know what to call it. A little boogie riff, and you go like this. We're going to learn that now and kind of take it to the next level. So we'll zoom in and break that all down. Real quick, though, I appreciate you subscribing to this YouTube channel of mine. And also you can leave your requests in the comments below, and I'll check it out. That's it for now. Let's zoom in and break this down. Here we go. All right, so I hope you've watched the lesson or are already familiar with the 12-bar blues structure. And there's a link there's a link below for the first lesson if you missed it. So anyway, now what we'll get to is any time in that 12-bar blues, we have the three chords, the 1, 4, and 5. The E7, the A7, and the B7. So we're going to do the turnaround the same way. Or the one finger turnaround. But leading up to the turnaround, so the other portion, when you have an E7, you can now play this. And you can mix and match. They work with each other. One guitar player could play the stuff from the video before. Another guitar player could play this. You can mix and match as you play it on your own. But so anytime there's an E7, you would play this. And I'm going to show you that. And anytime you play A7, you play this. And the turnaround is exactly the same. So let's start with that E7 little boogie riff, and eventually there's variations. Lots of things that this is a springboard for. So we're going to take our index finger, and we're going to play it on the 2nd fret of the A string. And we're going to use our ring finger up a whole step on that same A string. So it's 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. And then what we want to add, so I was just picking this A string right here. What we want to do now is aim for the top open E string. And we want to be able to kind of dig in enough to get the A string as well. And a little tip that's happening, well, literally the tip of my index fingers is the tip of it's on that 2nd fret A string, but the rest of my index finger, besides the tip right there, it's not curved up, so all those strings are open. It's lightly resting across the strings, so they're muted. So even if you hit them by accident or you strum the whole guitar, you're only hearing these top 2 strings. But you really want to kind of be aiming for the top string and then drag it in to that 2nd string there. Another tip that's happening is I'm using my strumming hand to lightly touch the strings with my palm, as opposed to we're getting a little bit of what's called palm muting there. So I know it's a lot of things to think about, but sometimes look at your left hand and practice it. Sometimes look down at your strumming hand and practice it. Sometimes deconstruct it so you're just doing the A string. And then add everything. The most important thing is to just do it, even if it sounds bad at first. That's how you get better, by making it, starting with it not sounding perfect, keep doing it. It gets a little more perfect every time. So for the E7, A7, and so when we get to the A7, we do the exact same thing we were doing for E7, but we just move everything down a string. So now we're strumming the open A string, the tip of my index fingers on the 2nd fret of the D string, and I'm focused on these 2 strings now, and I do the exact same thing. So when you put those together, you can now play the 12-bar blues like this. 1, 2, here we go. So that's E7. Now we're going to go to A7. And back to E7. Now stay on E7. Now we'll switch back to A7. E7. Now the turnaround, B7 to A7, and then this little thing. Let's do it again. Here we go. E7. A little slower than A7. E7. A7. Again, here we go. Switch. And back. Stay. And switch. And you want to keep practicing that. And then a little bonus thing that we'll add in this lesson is that the more comfortable you get with that, then you can start adding your pinky to the 5th fret on that string. And you can, there's no exact way to do it. You can add it every once in a while. You can do it specifically, but it's another one of those little additions. So that would sound like this. And your elbow, a lot of guys kind of have their hand out like this when they start. Think of your elbow moving in towards your rib cage, and it makes your fingers line up parallel with the frets as opposed to back like this. It should be more like that, and it'll be much easier to be able to stretch those fingers. So with that little addition, thing is that what we learn in this lesson can then be expanded upon, and then that next set of things will be expanded upon, so forth and so on. So this will get you through the basic 12-bar blues. Practice it, jam it with people, and I'm going to actually leave a link after this for the next thing that you can learn, which would be like the first scale that you could ever learn, the would line right up to this to be able to start playing solos over, and that would be the E minor pentatonic scale. So look for the link at the end, and play the 12-bar blues, man. Get bluesy. All right, there it was. Thank you for spending a little time with me. I really appreciate it. Thank you for subscribing to this YouTube channel of mine. Also, if you'd like to request a lesson, a song, technique, anything, go ahead and like this video and leave it in the comments below, and I'll check it out. Also, if you go to my website, martymusic.com, and you sign the email list, I've got some really nice courses that I'll give you for free, and I really appreciate your support. So hope to see you again real soon. Until then, take it easy.